At this point, most of the world has realized that the United States has become a rogue nation. They are really more aligned with Russia than anybody else. They are really the axis of evil now. I suppose Belarus, the United States as a satellite of Russia, and Russia. And so it's no longer a nation ruled by laws. It's just ruled by decrees by Trump, and he's got thugs he sends out, and Elon Musk's security people have been deputized so they can be thugs. They're running around to different government offices and destroying information. They've destroyed the database that contains information about bad cops. So a cop can be in trouble in one jurisdiction, leave that job, go to another jurisdiction, and be horrible again. It's a rogue nation, and Trump's got his nose so far up Putin's ass that it's ridiculous. And really, Trump is probably a KGB agent. We've kind of confirmed that now. It's quite believable. I mean, who's the beneficiary of this? It's Russia, right? Russia is the beneficiary of what Trump's doing. Musk, of course, is a friend of Vladimir Putin. He probably hacked the election. It's just reasonable to assume. They've joked about it. They've talked about it. But they've joked about other things that they've done too. Threatened people, like Musk has threatened people who maybe did something wrong in the election. Well, he's the one who was doing it, and that's sort of the pot calling the kettle black, or trying to distract. I'm the one who's actually doing it, basically, instead of. You're not going to call me into question because I'm pointing the finger already at other people. And the United States is out of NATO now, right? It's effectively out of NATO. I know they think that they're going to stop Ukraine from joining NATO. Europe and the rest of the world is still going to work with Ukraine and help Ukraine, and Ukraine's still going to end up being part of NATO. But the States is no longer an active member of NATO. Nobody's going to share any information with the States these days. We know where it's going. The high-level officers in the United States Army are being fired, and the expectation is that everybody's going to have to swear an oath to Trump soon, no longer to the Constitution. And so, that's sort of the state that we're in. And of course, Trump is doing everything to deport anybody who's not white. And they've opened up the door for angry, disaffected white South Africans to come to the United States. So they're trying to create the white Nazi state that they dream of. Basically, these are two guys, Trump and Musk, who look at the Nazis and say they failed, and we're going to do what they didn't do. And if you think that's not the way that it's going, look around, because it's very clear. It's very clear at this point. When you're claiming that South Africa is oppressing people, and you're inviting white South Africans to come to the States, and you're doing your best to deport everybody else. So if you're not white in the United States, you're facing persecution pretty quickly and marginalization, and it's going to be a situation where I suspect he's going to try and jail as many black men as he can, because then they can force them into working. This is a dark, dark period, and if you're in the United States, you have to be pushing back. The rest of the world has figured it out, right? We can see what's happening. We can see what's going on there, and it's very clear. We understand the history because in the rest of the world we're educated about it. It's a sad situation for people in the United States. If you're in the United States and you're just sitting idly by and you're not doing anything, well, I got to tell you, you're complicit. You're complicit. This is the worst rapid decline that you could possibly imagine of a great nation. And it breaks my heart, and I hate to see it, because I love the United States, and I've had so many people I care about who live there. And it's been generally, in many respects, a force for good over the years, but now it's been completely hijacked. It is a hostile government takeover by a foreign entity, and the foreign entity is Russia. They succeeded.